with the wonderful, the beautiful, the lovely Braisha. A little about you, so just let them know about you.
Well, I'm here today to talk about what it's like to be a dancer or entertainer, to kind of like clear some things up on what people think it's like. I started dancing back in 2014, and so I've been in the game for like 2 years now, going on 3. So.
Okay, and how has it went for you so far?
In the beginning, it was great. In the beginning, I went in there. I was working at a white club, and then that's another thing too. Like white and black clubs are completely different. I started off at a white club called Polecats, and like my first night, I made $400. I was like, whoa, like, and I was only there for like 4 hours, so it's like $100 an hour, and it's been good, but it's been going down because I was surrounding myself with the wrong people, so.
Do you think that has anything to do with like just the environment in general? Do you think that other dancers go through that same thing, or do you think it was just your situation?
I think a lot of other dancers go through the same thing, and like a lot of people ask me to put them in the game to help them become a dancer, but it's like if you don't have the mindset and if you are easily influenced and you have low self-esteem, it's not the industry for you, because you have girls who have been dancers for a long time and they have like very like dirty souls and they pry on you. So yeah, like it's easy. I've seen girls hang out with girls, get put on all type of drugs, and then they get into prostitution, and yeah, it's kind of.
So what made you stray away from all that stuff? Like, what made your situation different? Are you facing those same problems as the other girls, or did you wake up and just know that your situation needed to change? What made you know that it needs to change?
And because I kept making the same mistake and expecting a different outcome. And I think what helped me is the environment that I grew up in. Like, I think me growing up in the suburbs versus growing up in a city where a lot of girls grow up in a city and, you know, life is a little bit harder. So I think that helped me out a lot because, you know, I'm like, like I kind of had a little bit more morals, I would say, than a lot of the other girls who grew up in that harsh environment, and it's kind of like they'll do whatever for whatever. So I think that helped me a lot.
Okay. So take us back to why did you start dancing?
I always was interested in dancing, and I started dancing because I was at work and I was going through postpartum depression, and so I couldn't work anymore. And I had a friend who was well connected with the club called Polecats, and he got me into the club. And so, you know, like, you getting tax-free money, you work whenever you want to. It was lit.
It was lit.
It was definitely lit. And then, like, you have people telling you you're beautiful all the time. You know, it kind of boosts your self-confidence. Like, oh, I just made him spend this much on me.
Not on little.
Right.
But was it nervous? Were you nervous at all?
The first day, the first day I was nervous. I actually cried the first day because, like, I didn't know the rules, and, like, this guy was, like, grabbing my boobs, and I was like, oh, my gosh, no. And so I went to go cry. But after that, when I seen that money coming in, that changed real quick. I was like, oh, okay. Let me get this money then.
So it became easier for you.
Yeah, it became easier. But then once I started at the black clubs is when things started to, like, go downhill, because at the white clubs it's more like a job. Like, the customers, they come there and they're coming there to spend their money. They know what they want. They not finna get, it's not a show. At the black clubs, it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, you got the drug dealers and all of them. They go in there to show other people they got all this money to F off. And it's a lifestyle that you have to live with it. So it's very easy to get distracted. And that's what happened to me. I got distracted. I got addicted to the fast life. You know, like, when you, like, drug dealers and strippers, they in my entourage, like that, it's real in a strip club. You know what I mean? And so you want to hang out with them. You got that mindset, spend a check and get it right back, not really thinking about your future and investing your money. You want to buy stuff. Oh, I got to shit on this person. I got to shit on that person.
Do you think that that's one of the biggest problems with dancing?
I do think that's one of the biggest problems with dancing because it's such a, especially in the black clubs, it's so competitive. The girls are so competitive, and it's everybody is in a competition, and that's not how it should be. Everybody should be helping each other because we're all here for the same reason. But it's all a competition. Who can fuck off a check the fastest? Who can spend this most money? And then you got the girls in competition with each other. Oh, let me go get some ass shots. Let me go get my titties done. I was at V-Live the other night, and the girls was arguing, and the girl was like, you need to go get you some boob jobs before you talk to me. And it's little shit like that. It's that it can really hurt your self-confidence and make you do stuff. Go get some ass shots. It'll make you go get your titties done. And it's you doing all this for that, but you're not thinking about your future.
Were you ever once in that position where you considered, getting any surgery?
Oh, yes, all the time. All the time. When I first started dancing I had boobs or whatever from my pregnancy because I was breastfeeding. And so I was making more money because I had boobs. Then I noticed when my boobs got down, the money went down a little bit too. So, yeah. And then, I've thought about getting ass shots because it's when you're in a club and you see these girls with these big asses and nice titties and you see all the money they make, you be like, okay, I need to go get some ass. I need to go get some titties so I can make the money that they're making. So you can be in that field with the top girls.
And that's what makes it, super competitive?
Yeah.
So do you prefer a white club over a black one?
Each has their pros and their cons. With the white club, it's easier. It's like a job. It's way less drama. But at the black clubs, you have so much fun. You having fun while you turning up. You know what I mean? You have so much fun. And at the white clubs, at least the ones I worked at, they were racist. They do not like to see black girls make more money than white girls. And I feel like that's an issue in the white clubs that need to be addressed. They do not like to see black girls make more money than white girls. I had a regular one time, and he asked for me. And they would send every other white girl to him before they even called me. He's like, I've asked for you several times. And they keep sending all these other girls over. And at the white clubs, at a black club, you pay an upfront fee. That's it. At the white clubs, you got to pay a house. Then you got to tip the bouncers, because if you don't tip the bouncers, they will fuck with your money. They will make it so you will not make some money. And then you got to pay per dance that you do. So, that's the kind of the differences. At the black club, you only paying one fee. That's it. But in Chicago, it's completely different than other places. Chicago, I honestly feel like Chicago is one of the hardest places to be a dancer because you have to do so much for not as big as a return. In Miami, you go to work, the most you're gonna pay to work is $100. Make $1,500 so easy. So easy. In Chicago, you're finna pay almost $200 to work. And you gotta do you gotta you gotta do handstands, you gotta do splits, you gotta do all type of pole tricks. In Miami, all you gotta do is stand there and look cute and you're gonna make some money.
Have you considered moving to Miami?
I have. I would definitely move to Miami.
Okay. So, I know that you mentioned earlier that you have a kid. How do you think that this would affect your kid in the long run? Are you just saving up enough money so that you're straight, or are you looking for this, full time until retirement?
No, I'm trying to save up enough money until I'm straight, and I actually get asked this all the time. And it's the way that I'm going to raise my son is I'm going to raise my son not to put so much emphasis and so much value into other people's opinion. When my son is, this is not something that I'm ashamed of. So I would never keep this from my son. And I get told all the time, you have to think about your son. You have to think about people telling him that his mom is a stripper, this and that, and that and that. And it's when I'm going to raise my son and I'm going to let him know and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have a conversation this is what I did for you. And don't ever let anybody talk down on you or try to make you feel belittled or try to make me feel belittled, because at the end of the day, you know who you are, and I know who I am and what I'm doing this for. And like that is my biggest pet peeve, is when people try to make me feel ashamed of what I'm doing and they bring my child into it. It's like, okay, so you would rather me sit on my ass all day and not do nothing versus I can go make some money for my baby by dancing. You like, I don't understand that. I don't understand why people are so against it and why people have such this negative idea about it, because every stripper is not a hoe. Every stripper is not a prostitute. I know more hoes and prostitutes that's in school than that's stripping. Like, it's a lot of strippers that just go there, do their job, and they go home. That's it.
Are there any strippers, like, who have made it? Like, you know, there's Black China and Amber Rose and people like that. Like, have you ever looked at them and, like, wanted to be in their position?
Yes, I definitely have, because it opens a lot of doors. You meet a lot of different, you meet so many celebrities, you meet so many different people with so many opportunities. And so I definitely have thought about it and put some consideration into, like, building a brand based off of dancing. But in my heart, ultimately, that's not my life goal. So,
have you ever thought of, instead of, you know, working in a strip club, working towards your own strip club, even if you don't want to go far with that, but you end up doing that? Like, have you ever thought of making something small into your own, so that you are comfortable in your environment and where you can open the doors for other strippers and make it easier for them?
That's actually one of my goals. Like, it's a lot of politics in strip clubs, and one of my goals is to open up a club where I kind of intertwine the best parts of a Black club and a white club and put them together. Because, you know, I'm a dancer, and where it's considerate to the dancers, the people, and everything. So I'm definitely, like, have a business plan for, like, in the next 10 years or so, where I want to open up a strip club.
Well, that's good, and
Yeah.
I am definitely supportive of that idea, because I think it is wonderful. And that shows a lot of things. Like, I think personally that it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to be able to do something like that.
It does. And a lot of people say it's easy, all you do is go and shake your ass. And, like, the same people who tell me that, I'll be like, well, you go to a strip club and you go shake your ass and you tell me how easy it is. Because it's a lot that come with it. It's so much that comes. Your appearance has to be on point all the time. You gotta know how to dance. You gotta learn pole tricks, and then you have to learn how to deal with people. You meet so many different type of men that it makes you so disgusted with men. Like, you have to deal with so much. You have to deal with so much, because it's a lot of men who come into the strip club and it's like they have a inferiority complex, and they like to take it out on the strippers to make them feel big and bad. You know, like, they just let anything come out their mouth because they think we're strippers and it's whatever.
And they think that you don't care.
And they think that they can do whatever they want. Like, no, you can't touch me. When you come in the club, it says, do not touch the dancer. So why are you trying to touch me? And then you have the ones who's like, oh, well, I'd rather pay you outside of the club. I can give you $100. $100? That's an insult. Like, I make $100 on stage. You think I'm going to go home with you for $100? No. Not at all.
Have you ever been in a situation where someone has, like, tried to follow you home, or if you felt, like, really creeped out by someone?
Like, by the grace of God, no. By the grace of God, I've never had that experience.
Do you know people who have?
I don't. Actually, I don't. I've never.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, there actually is a story about this one dancer where they followed her home and they robbed her. So, but that's the only thing I ever heard of. But the clubs that I've worked at, like, Polecats is like the #1 clubs in the Midwest. They have it to where when you come in, the valet parks your car. The girls cannot leave until all the customers are gone. Mm-hmm. And they watch the streets to make sure nobody is lurking or anything like that. So they protect their girls. They're there for their girls.
And the other club?
The Black clubs, well, it's a lifestyle. So everybody kind of know everybody, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's okay to, like, it's not, you don't really have, a majority of the time, you don't really have anything to worry about. Because it's like everybody know everybody.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
No.
Have you ever seen the movie Players Club?
Yes.
How do you feel about that movie? Do you feel like there's any truth to it, or like?
I feel like it's a lot of truth to it. I had my own Ronnie myself, and I had my own Ronnie, and it was like, I thought, I thought she was there for me, trying to guide me through the game, tell me this and that, but I had to learn the hard way that she had her own hidden agendas and that she been in the game for 10 years, so it's kind of taking over her. And so I had to separate myself from her, kind of like never anything outrageous like Diamond had to fight her. Like that. I just cut her off and called it a day. But it's some truth in it. And you definitely, when they say make the money, don't let the money make you, that's 100. Because you can let the money make you. You really can. You can get, like, I got fired from podcasts because I got so big in the head. I got to where I was making $1,500 every 3 days minimum. I was the black girl, one of the black girls making the most money. And it got to my head. And I thought that I was indispensable. Like, I'm like, they ain't gonna fucking fire me. I'm one of the black girls. I make the most money. Fuck, And I started getting slick at the mouth, smart in the mouth, got into it with the house mom, got fired. They still won't hire me back.
Might have to write an apology letter or something on that one.
No, you can't come back.
I mean, but that's something to think about, even for, like,
anything in life.
Anything in life.
Like,
you
don't
can't
get
be too big in it.
Because once you get big-headed, that's when it starts to go downhill. Like, it do. And then, like, another thing is people think strippers have all this money. Don't get me wrong, we do have money, but a lot of these strippers don't be on absolutely shit. Like, I'm telling y'all, because I know from experience, from me, myself, like, you spend the money so fast, you're not investing in it. I know a lot of strippers that don't have their own place, own car, none of that. It's like they have these high expectations for strippers, and they just need to bring them down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, yeah, we live that lifestyle, it's fun, but it get real in the field. When you get that money so quick and so much at a time, and you spend it so quick on stuff you want that you don't think about your responsibilities.
I mean, it's a fast lifestyle, so people start to live it a certain way and think of it a certain way, especially, like, with certain songs where they talk about strippers and make it seem like that life is easier than what it actually is. Like, I would scroll and I'll see, like, on Facebook, like, why go to school when you can strip and things like that. I know, like, the movie Players Club, Diamond did both. So, Are you going to school?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get back into school. I got a lot of stuff to take care of, but I am. Because if you strip and you don't have a goal, you're going to strip for the rest of your life. Because you can make it. You can really live how you want to live when you're a stripper. But if you don't have a goal, you allow it to take over your life. And I feel like that's the biggest problem with a lot of dancers is they feel like they can just dance and don't have to work and don't have to do anything. It's like you cannot, even though there are 50-year-old strippers out there, you cannot dance for the rest of your life. You have to invest in something. You have to work towards something. Because even though dancing is paying the bills, other than that, what is it doing to fulfill your life? What is it doing to add value to your life other than money?
Makes sense and it's very understandable. So, along with that, like, what is your goal? Like, are you also saving up money to put your son through college and things like that? Like, are you investing in several different things?
Yes. I'm starting my own credit repair company. So that's one of the things I'm invested in, a credit repair company. I'm also invested in a promotion promotion company or marketing company, so to say. And so that's where I'm at right now. And then my biggest future goal for like the next 20 years, my 20-year goal, is I actually want to open up a mental facility that helps our veterans and sexually abused girls. And not even sexually abused girls, because I feel like there's so much pressure on girls for sexuality, and I feel like they try to, like, the value of a girl is based on sex. That's it. And I want to open up a facility where I teach girls that your value does not depend on who you are sexually. Mm-hmm. So that's my end goal.
I agree with that 100% because I even notice with a lot of people my age and younger, it's like they feel like they have to have fuller breasts and big butts and be sexual and all this stuff to get attention because that's what they see is more popular. Like, they see that people more so gravitate towards the sexuality that they lose their own personality in it.
Yeah.
So, do you have any messages for those girls?
Just be you. Like, if you want to go out and have sex with 10 different dudes, do that. That doesn't bring down your that doesn't bring down your self-worth. If you can live with it and if you're not ashamed of it, then do that. And then for the younger girls, don't be so quick to grow up, because once you get grown, there's no going back at all. Like, don't be so, like, enjoy your youth. And enjoy your youth. Like, enjoy not worrying about boys, like, none of that. Enjoy your youth and invest in you, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, a man can leave you anytime. Their feelings change all the time. So focus on you and focus on doing what you want to do and accomplishing your dreams and your goals before you focus on making yourself acceptable for a man.
Yeah, like never change yourself for someone else at the end of the day. So is there anything like specific that, like any stories that you have at the workplace that you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, there's a story I want to talk about. Ooh. Let me tell y'all how. So at Red Diamond, we had Lil Boosie and Young Dolph, y'all.
Oh.
Now I'm in there turning up. They're like, yeah, she's so small. She turned up. Look at her money bag. I'm like, yeah, look at my money bag. You big like a big booty girl. Yeah. Some friends came in, right? I give them a hug. Turn around, money bag on.
Dang.
It was like, it had to be at least $700. At least $700. That blew, like, so I just worked all night for free. And then they still made me pay the $200 tip out. But Young Dolph gonna be at V Live March 31st. Just letting y'all know. So come see me, come support me, because y'all gonna see me turn up like no other. I'm finna be on that pole, high,
Ready to get it.
And then, like, Young Thug was at Red Diamond, too, and he threw some money on my stage set. Y'all should have seen how fast I climbed that pole. Like, what? Did he just throw some money on me? That made me feel, it make you feel good. Like,
so do you see a lot of celebrities there?
Yeah, you do. And it's like you get over that phase where, like, celebrities, they're just a regular person. Because there's a lot of celebrities that come in the strip club and they don't spend no money. Like, the Migos came to the factory and didn't spend no money. They don't spend money on one girl, and I think she said they didn't even tip her. I don't even think $500. So, like, the celebrities, it's overrated. We get excited about the BONs and the drug dealers because we know they're gonna come. And BON, a big old nigga. They got the baller bellies. If you ever go to the strip club, I promise to God, you're going to see all the strippers gravitate to the BONs. The baller bellies. They got it. We know they got it.
Awesome. So, like, when you first saw celebrities, you did get nervous or, like, anxious, right? Or was it just, oh.
No, I did one time. I forgot what celebrity it was, but I know that I didn't work because I was too busy watching them. And my friend was like, bitch, you stupid as hell. You need to go make you some money. They come and they go. So,
how would you feel if, like, your favorite celebrity walked in? Would you just take off and do everything, like, just a whole bunch of pole flips and all types of stuff? Or would you still be, like, still just another celebrity? I
would probably be like, well, I had that once. I met Trina, but they said she was having a bad day. And, like, I went up to her, I'm like, oh, my God, Trina, I'm your biggest fan. I've been listening to you, so, I'm a hoe because of you, This is your fault. And then she just looked at me like, okay, can you get the fuck away from me? So after that point, I got over celebrities because that kind of broke my heart a little bit. I mean, she could at least gave me a hug, you know what I mean? She just looked at me like, bitch, who was you? I'm like, okay.
So you think that once you are in it, you just get out the celebrity stage?
Yeah, like you be turned like, oh yeah, they finna come because it's gonna be money in the building. But as far as the celebrity go,
okay. So is there anything else you want to say, like specifically to speak on before we wrap up?
Stop asking me. Please stop inboxing me and asking me to put you on to be a stripper. Because it's not that I'm being mean. I'm just not gonna do it. I did it one time. And it wasn't good for me. I gave them the ropes, and they didn't like that. Like, if you easily influence, and if you don't have a good mind on your shoulder, and you don't know how to stand up for yourself, then no. I would never, ever recommend anybody to be a stripper. I wouldn't, because a lot of people can't deal with it. It's a lot to deal with. So don't feel like I'm ignoring you, or I'm being mean, or I'm being selfish. It's just that I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. If you want to be a stripper so bad, it's very easy to get in. It's not hard at all. You don't need somebody to bring you in the game. You don't. But you got to make sure that you're willing to deal with the territory that comes with being a stripper. And this is something that I myself didn't understand. And my godmom, she used to tell me this all the time, and I never understood it. She used to say, you want to be a dancer, but you're not willing to take everything that comes with the territory. It's a lot that comes with being a stripper. It's not just money. It's not just fun and games. It's a lot that comes with it. You gotta always try to look on point. It's a lot to it. You gotta have that mental capacity to be a stripper, and I feel like a lot of people don't.
So if you don't have that mental capacity, don't be asking nobody to put you on, and it's most likely that lifestyle is not for you.
Yeah, because you're a representation of me, and I can't have anybody. No.
You don't want that under your belt.
No, I don't. Had that one time. No more.
All right, so thank you for tuning in to Pebbles Podcasting. Make sure you go to the page. Make sure you like, subscribe. Also, check out Fresh Finesse Mahone. Go check out all of their stuff. They did a interview with Rico Reckless, and I don't know if everyone saw it, but I saw it and I loved it, and I know you will too. So make sure you check out. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. All that stuff will be linked below. Thank you, and good night.